Hello. I just finished up with practice. It was an easier one today, thank God. I'm beat. I'm very tired. It's been a long week, and we still got Friday and Saturday to have some fun with. So, trying to stay on top of my recovery as best as I can, and really kind of trust the timing of how these things are going. I had somebody message me yesterday and ask me about the recovery process for my arm, because it seemed like they were going through something similar, and it kind of made me think about something to talk about that maybe would be useful for other people. But I think one of the things that people get caught up with a lot is trying to rush rush results, and that's one thing that is I've obviously had problems with it in the past, but I think it's a part of growing up, where you realize good things take time. There's a quote from I think it's Avengers, but at the end of the movie, Vision, the dude with the little thing in his head, the robot guy, he was talking to someone, I can't remember who it was, but he said a thing is not good because it lasts. So the way I see it, the best things in your life are going to come as a result of time, but they're also going to leave, and that's okay, because there's always something new to chase. And for me right now, I'm chasing my goal, or my goal of being an Olympian and throwing well enough to actually put my name on the map. But there's this idea that everything needs to happen very quickly, and I think injuries are something that put that into perspective very well with the reality of how progress happens. Because I had elbow surgery, and it took me 8.5, almost 9 months to get back to not even full ability. So that's something to consider whenever you're recovering, because imagine you just start throwing javelin, right? Or you just start with anything. You just start throwing your you can't expect to make a year's worth of progress in 3 months, right? You can't expect to throw these incredible distances really far because you just picked it up and you decided that you wanted to be good at it. There's a difference between deciding that you want to do something and deciding that you want to devote time to improving something, right? And I think that that's something that we get caught up a lot with, especially with injuries. I wish I could just wish away all the injuries I've ever had. Actually, I take that back. I don't wish that. But in the moment, whenever you're going through a hard time, you're like, why is this happening to me? I wish this never happened, right? But for me, now I realize that all of my injuries, all of the moments in my life, all of the hard times in my life have made me who I am, and I'd like to think that I like myself as a person. I'd like to think that other people like me too. And there's this just constant growth that's happening as a person and as an athlete, and I think embracing that is embracing the process of growth and improvement is something that's very hard to do. It's very easy to look at your results after a long time and be like, wow, I'm really happy that things went my way. But also, you have to realize the work that goes into doing things. And I think that social media kind of screws that up, because we see the best of everybody all the time. And I try my best to be transparent. I think these are helping me be a little more transparent. But you see people on vacation, you see people training PRs or whatever, but how often do you see somebody just kind of drop off the map, and then 6 months later you found out that they tore their ACL, or had a back problem, or had to get surgery of some kind. You don't see the best of people, or you don't see the worst of people. You see the best. And I think that this culture, social media culture that we live in, kind of perpetuates this idea of you know, I have to constantly be at my best. But I don't know if I don't agree with that. I know that for a fact, but I think that it's everything should be taken with a grain of salt, right? Like, you really need to kind of put everything into perspective whenever you're chasing a goal or just living life, honestly. But yeah, there's a lot of, it's hard to remind yourself of that too, you know, because I mean, I saw a couple, the German kid through 90 meters. I'm like, damn, you know, must be nice, right? And then I'm like, wait, that's what I'm trying to do, right? And the only thing that separates me and him in my mind is just continuing to work, you know. I fully believe in myself. I think that I can throw really far. I don't think that I've even come close to reaching my potential yet, but potential doesn't mean shit without a good body of work behind it. I was talking to my friend about luck the other day. Just thought about this, but it's I think Tom Platz said it, but it's luck is when hard work and opportunity are. I'm gonna look it up. I don't like messing up quotes. All right, never mind. Maybe it was Louis Simmons, maybe it was Tom Platz, but luck is when opportunity and hard work. Luck is when opportunity meets hard work, or something along the lines of that, right? But it makes sense because, you know, I think there's another guy, Bert Kreischer. He's a comedian, and I listen to his stuff every once in a while. But he was on a podcast one time, and he had a quote that like stuck out to me, right? And he was saying, as a comedian, you know, you get these like a break every once in a while. You get like a lucky break, right? And there really is no such thing as luck, because the way he was explaining it, you know, like, you need to have a solid body of content behind you, and then have like one video that catches, and then people's like see the video, click on your profile, and they're like, oh, this person's funny, I'll hit follow, right? For me, it's the same with everything in life, you know. You need to have a solid body of work behind you, but you also, you know, need to perform well whenever it's time, right? Like, for me, I feel like I've performed well at a national stage, right? Like NCAAs or USAs or whatever it might be. And last year was a bit of a disappointment for me, I'll say that. But I'd say, you know, by and large, I've competed fairly well at the national stage. But internationally is where I've been having problems, right? And maybe it's a mindset thing, maybe it's just me, you know, needing to improve on things, stay, you know, whatever it might be. But for me, you know, I think that you know, my growth as an athlete and me trusting the process of, you know, improving, that with time and with a large body of work behind me, I can continue to kind of climb the ranks of being, you know, better internationally, right? But yeah, I think the moral of today is just keep working, because good things, a thing isn't good because it lasts, right? And a thing isn't good because it's there all the time. You know, track season for me is the best time of the year, whether it's in spring or summer. And I truly like enjoy myself, have the best time whenever I'm competing with people, and, you know, being around friends, and honestly, like, winning is great. But I mean, that goes back to the conversation I had previously of, like, a win isn't always, you know, getting first place. A win is proving to yourself that you can do something. But that's all I got for today. I don't want to sit in this car forever, but I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye, and hello, future me.